Hey team, just wanted to update everyone on what I saw today and what we were looking at today out in fields across northern Illinois. I did see some frost damage, a little bit on some soybeans and a couple fields with frost damage to corn. You know, the biggest impact that I see is a little bit of variability in what we're going to come across with some of this corn trying to come out of the damage. Some of the whorls potentially could get wrapped up amongst themselves with the dead tissue. Didn't really see any big impacts on replants on corn. There are some farmers that are going to have to replant some beans and some patching in, and that's really not uncommon from what we've seen just across a lot of the cooler soil temperatures in my coverage area. Number one, with the amount of residue present in some of these fields, if you had some soybeans or corn be in contact with more residue than you'd be hoping for, you're going to see some impacts to that. And you know, just a lot of the dry soils that we see across northern Illinois and the variability in soil wetness really impacted the temperatures of the soil surface and the ability of that plant to overcome some of the cooler frosted temperatures, or at least the mediate some of the temperature differences that we're seeing. If I look in this field I'm in right now on a field of soybeans, you'll definitely see what I'm talking about from just overall is the impacts of residue amongst the soybeans, where you don't, you see the soybean come into contact with this residue early. You see some beans that have been killed by the frost earlier on, or a different frost event, and you see some other beans that are struggling a little bit from cooler soil temperatures, and that's really due a lot to this impact of what the frost did with the residue tie-up. The residue impacting the ability of that plant to really get up and going. Other than that, I would say that the state of Illinois, they said was 80% good to excellent. I looked at a lot of the 20% today, but I will say as a whole on my drive today that a lot of the crops do look excellent. There are some fields that have some light stands on some hillsides and some lighter stands, but overall I would say the crop looks excellent. We're seeing good performance early, so stay in touch and talk to you again next time.